Cartney, and I'm here today, as you can tell from the title, with a do-it-yourself Halloween treats video. And I did one of these last year, and you guys really seemed to like it, so I figured, why not do it again? And I just got the creative inspiration to just do this. I love Halloween so much though, and this was super fun to film, and this is one of the first videos in a really long time where I've been really proud of it. I love how the editing turned out and everything, and I hope you guys do too. If you do like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for more do-it-yourself videos and all that jazz, lifestyle, that kind of thing. Without further ado, let's get on into this video, and I hope you like it, guys. So for these cake pops, you're gonna need some cake batter, and I just honestly used a boxed one, but you can make one if you want that. Also some frosting, as well as some red food gel. And basically what I did was I just went and I made the cake per the instructions on the box. Like I said, I went the lazy way. So for this I needed a cup of water, a 1/4 cup of oil, and then 3 eggs. And then what I did was I mixed all of them together once I put all the ingredients into the bowl. Wow, how exciting, Cartney. How innovative. Not really, but you know, you get the gist. And then once I was done stirring that all up for about 2 minutes, I placed that into my pan, and then I cooked it until it was fully cooked, you know? And then I cut the entire cake once it was completely cool into squares. And then I put that into a bowl. And then what you're going to do is crush it all up until they're basically these fine crumbs. And you could use a food processor, but I don't have one. And you could use a blender, but my mom broke it, so I used my hands. And make sure if you do it with your hands that they're clean, because otherwise that's really nasty. So I definitely washed my hands before I did this, and it feels really bizarre, honestly, because it ends up being like kind of doughy. But you just do this until it's fine and crummy. Then you're going to start slowly mixing in the frosting. And I recommend using like half a can, because I used a whole can and it was way too much. But you're going to keep mixing it in until it's basically like a dough, kind of like Play-Doh, that sort of consistency. And then you're going to roll it into balls. You can use your hands and roll them into balls. And then once that is done, you can coat them in like white icing if you want to. But I decided that I liked the color that this came out because it looks more Halloweenish. So then you're going to take some blue food gel or food pens, whatever you have. And this is going to be like the pupil of the eyeball, so they're blue eyes. And then I took some black food gel and I put that in the middle so that they look like actual eyes, you know? And then I took the red food gel that I talked about, and I used this to draw like the blood lines so it looks like a bloody eyeball. And I thought they turned out really, really cool. And just so you know, like the icing isn't flavored, so it doesn't make it taste all bad, but that's how they turned out. I thought they turned out really cool, and I was really happy that I came up with this idea. Yes, there is this online, but I honestly just came up with this on my own. So I didn't copy, I promise. Down the easiest recipe. So you're going to need Rice Krispie treats, and like I said, you could make them like the cake, but I went the lazy route and just bought a Rice Krispie treat. And then you're going to need some candy melts, particularly orange, but if you want to use other colors you can, but orange is very, you know, Halloweenish. And then you're going to cut that in half. I cut mine in half just because I got like the extra long one. And then you're going to take the candy melts and put them into a microwave safe bowl. Microwave them for about a minute, and then keep microwaving for 30 seconds until it's melted. And then you're going to coat one side of it with the melted candy, and then I topped it with some sprinkles, and it just looks very Halloweenish. You could stick some sticks in these if you want to, make them like Rice Krispie treat pops, but I really like how this turned out. And lastly, we're going to make some s'mores, and these are bloody s'mores, and you're just going to need s'more stuff, so some graham crackers, marshmallows, and chocolate. You're going to place squares of graham crackers onto a pan of your choice. And then you're going to place 2 pieces of chocolate onto each of these squares of graham crackers. And lastly, you're going to top it off with the marshmallow, which in my opinion is the best part of a s'more. And you're going to cook it in the oven for about 5 minutes until it's golden brown. And then you're going to take the red food gel that we used for the bloody eyeball cake pops, and you're going to use them to make blood all over these s'mores, so they look very Halloweenish and like they got stabbed or something. And if you want to, they actually do have like icing decorations of like little knives and stuff that you can get at like Walmart, and you could totally add those to this to make it look like it really was stabbed. But I thought that this was pretty good, and also these taste really, really delicious. And then your mouth gets a little red from it, but you know that's okay because it's Halloween. And that's how these turned out. I really like them, and they taste so good. It's just like you roasted them on a campfire, but you can do it in your own house because it's cold during Halloween. And I really like how these turned out, and I hope you guys liked this video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up.